Thank you, everybody. Hello up there. Come on now. Please have a seat. Thanks, everybody. Please have a seat. You're very kind. Thank you, Chicago. Welcome in here, out there, all around Chicagoland. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, and ladies and gentlemen, we can see right there, we are live after the epic Night 4 of the Democratic National Convention. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but after a week of live shows, watching all this energy and joy and purpose tonight, I feel like I just fell out of a coconut tree. Because here's the context. Moments ago, the Democrats formally nominated the first woman of color to ever head a major party political ticket. Kamala Harris. There you go. Write that down in your history books. Put that in your Wikipedias. To honor the suffrage movement at this moment, many delegates and speakers wore all white, while Tim Walz honored suffragists by being all white. The launch of Harris's campaign has been a tremendous success. In 1 month, they have raised around $500 million. Congratulations, Democrats. You can stop texting now. I keep texting back, stop, and then I get, oh, this is not the same person. This is a totally different text. $5, please. Text stop to end. Ha, ha, ha. All this week, the DNC has been a big TV hit. On Tuesday, the DNC crushed night 2 of the RNC by 39%. Those numbers, that's big numbers. Those numbers are helping the Dems attract big advertisers. Charmin has even changed its slogan to, when we wipe, we win. What, they a sponsor? They're a sponsor? Okay. One reason the ratings difference there, one reason could be the speakers. Night 2 of the DNC featured Michelle and Barack Obama, while the RNC's second night closed with Lara Trump and Marco Rubio. That's like saying, sorry, we don't have Coke. Is diarrhea okay? When we wipe, we win. Now, tonight's host, Kerry Washington, reminded the audience that the power is in their hands.
You are the messengers. You are the fixers. Dare I say it, you are the Olivia Popes.
Now, go cover up a murder and have an affair with Tony Goldwyn. Message of hope. Then she provided a little pronunciation lesson from the most adorable instructors ever, Harris's great-nieces.
First you say comma like a comma in a sentence. Then you say la like la 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 la.
Wait, slow down, you guys. I'm sorry, what was that? Comma, I'm sorry, hold on, slow down. What was the first thing? I didn't realize there was gonna be another cognitive test. Well. By the way, if you're looking to pronounce her opponent's first name, it's Don, like mafia leader, and old, like how his act is getting. We also heard from Michigan Governor and reported VP shortlister Gretchen Whitmer.
Like women across America, we just GSD.
Get suddenly depressed? Glue stuff down, greet small dogs. Ooh, Gangnam Style dance. Big Gretch introduced me to a new term.
At 29, I joined the sandwich generation.
Me too, Governor. I'm on the cusp between Gen X and Gen BLT. Whitmer had an apt slam for Donald Trump.
You think he's ever had to take items out of the cart before checking out? Hell, you think he's ever been to a grocery store?
Of course I have, Gretch. It's that little fridge in the hotel room with their $20 Snickers. And the produce aisle is that tiny jar of nuts. Then we heard from actor Eva Longoria, who had an inspiring message for the room.
In the Latino community, in our community, we have a saying, "Sí se puede," which means yes. It means yes, we can. When someone asks you, is she ready to lead this country forward, we're gonna say, "Sí se puede."
She we can. Yes, yes we she. She we yes. Muchos biblioteca. Gracias. Showing how this was an event for all Americans, we heard from Republican former House Rep Adam Kinzinger.
Donald Trump is a weak man pretending to be strong. He is a small man pretending to be big.
He is 24 horny raccoons stacked in a suit, pretending to be a man. Keep him out of your garbage. Tighten the lid. Kinzinger said more.
Democracy knows no party. It's a living, breathing ideal that defines us as a nation. It's the bedrock that separates us from tyranny, and when that foundation is fractured,
Tim Walz would recommend you buy some Saccrete at Home Depot just as a temporary fix until you can level it up with some deep injection polyurethane foam, then maybe skim coat it and seal it, and while you're at it, you might as well throw in a French train because you're never going to regret it, buddy. It kills the black mold. You got to stop the black mold. Then it was finally time for Kamala Harris, as she was introduced by North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper.
Hello, America. I'm Roy Cooper, the last guy standing between you and the moment we're all waiting for.
Beyonce? No? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I know the DNC said she wasn't coming, but TMZ said she was. Then, finally, Kamala Harris took the stage, and she started her speech with a shout-out to her husband.
So let me start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug. Happy anniversary, Dougie.
Ooh. Who let the Dougs out? I'm sorry she didn't have a gift for you tonight, Doug, but if you wait a couple of months, she might get you a new house. Now, Harris, that's a stroker. That's a chin stroker. There's an incredibly powerful speech. Early on, Harris talked about the lessons she learned from her mother.
She taught us to never complain about injustice, but do something about it. Do something about it. That was my mother. She also taught us, and never do anything half-assed.
Oh, I always do everything full-assed. I'm whole-assed at all times. In fact, the size of my tennis shorts is double stuff. Speaking of which, during the convention, Trump was a live truthing, on a social media site, and midway through the evening, he truthed this: Walz was an assistant coach, not a coach. Oh my God. Oh my God. Of course, he was an assistant coach. You know what that means? Walz is only qualified to be some sort of vice president. If you think about it, Good catch. Harris told the crowd she knows the gravity of the job ahead of her, and she's ready.
You can always trust me to put country above party and self, to hold sacred America's fundamental principles, from the rule of law to free and fair elections to the peaceful transfer of power.
To replace the toilet paper roll if it's empty, not just rest the new one on that little spindly thing. If I have time to clean, I will not lean. Vice President Harris made a very Vice President Harris made a very good point about her opponent.
In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man.
Not true, Kamala. I am very serious. Just ask my dear friend, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Harris had this warning about Trump.
Understand, he is not done.
Madam Vice President, I politely disagree, because after you roasted him this hard, I think he's well done. Here we go. Kamala Harris's speech was everything we've been waiting for all week. She hit her opponent on his policy failures. She hit him on his dereliction of duty. She hit him on his lies, his treason, and his crimes, and his crimes, and his crimes. She is a prosecutor in the trial of Donald J. Trump. He is guilty as charged, and now it is time to sentence him to 4 to 8 years of President Harris. We got a great show for you tonight. Live in Chicago. My guest is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, plus a performance by Chicago's very own Mavis Staples and Jeff Tweedy. And when we come back, I spend an afternoon at Wrigley. Stick around, y'all.
When I was a young boy,